Eminent speaker Mr. Amitabh Ranjan is currently working as Head of Strategy Planning and Development at Autometers Alliance Limited. Autometers Alliance Limited is an ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and ISO 45001 certified Indian company manufacturing high technology products to international standards for Indian Railways. The company ranks amongst the country's premier high-tech engineering solutions provider for switchgear, data acquisition, power electronics, audio and display systems, escalators and UPS system for metro railway networks and for industrial applications. A very warm welcome to you, sir.
Hi all, this is Amitabh Ranjan, Head of Strategy Planning and Development in Autometers Alliance Limited, a leading engineering company into high technology component manufacturing for rail applications. First of all, a very warm welcome to all of you, and I would like to thank Rail Analysis team for has given this platform an opportunity to speak on Indian rail market. I am happy to share with you about the market opportunity and the contributions of Autometers Alliance, my company, in the nation building. Going forward in all of my presentation, I will talk particularly around this topic. So, the presentations, what I'm going to discuss, the content is like this. I will be talking first of all about my company, Autometer Alliance Limited, the overview of this, and then we'll move on talking on Indian rail market and opportunity destination for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Then we'll talk some short-term horizons, the Indian rail market for 2025, and then after move on to very long-term horizon, and we'll talk more on the national rail plan and opportunity by 2051, the very long-term horizon we'll be talking about. It will be great to see how the whole rail market is panning out in the such a long period, and government is giving much more impetus in building a rail network, particularly per se. And finally, again, we'll come back and talking more on the autometers that has been the great contributory to the nation building and Atmanirbhar Bharat policy and Make in India policy time to time. We'll see from my presentation. So moving forward, so about Automata Alliance Limited overview. Automata Alliance is a ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and ISO 45001 certified Indian company manufacturing high technology products of international standards. The company ranks among the country's premier high-tech engineering solution provider for energy efficient power electronics. Then, then we have best-in-class switch gears and panels. Then highly reliable data acquisitions and communication systems. Then we have escalators, we have UPS, all for metro and railway and other industrial applications. We have plant in Noida and also in Baddi. The production area of the Noida plant is around 2.17 lakh square feet. We have well-equipped R&D facility, manufacturing and testing facility in-house here at the Noida and Baddi plant. So coming on talking to the Indian rail market, the opportunity destination for Atmanirbhar Bharat, and if we see the whole rail market scenario and how the growth is happening and what are the growth drivers and what are the favorable policy the government has undertaken in the recent years, that is giving boost to the market and inflows, the FDI inflows also. So if we see the growth drivers, we can see the increasing urbanization is one of the major factors and the rising incomes, one of the major factors for the growth drivers in this segment, particularly for the passenger rail segment. And then the second, industrialization, growing industrialization across the country for freight segments is the major growth drivers, and that is why the 6 high-capacity, high-speed dedicated freight corridors is coming up. Then Diamond Quadrilateral Network for the high-speed rail is coming up. And one major important thing is that 20 lakh crore of investment has been earmarked under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. And recently in the December 2020, the National Rail Plan 2051 has been drafted. And under this plan, a total of around 40 lakh crore investment has been envisaged. And I will talk more on that. And there are some favorable policy recently has been undertaken by the government, particularly in the rail sectors. Some of them are, for example, general purpose wagon investment scheme, then liberalized wagon investment scheme, then you have automobile freight or train operators scheme, then you have a special freight train operator scheme, then also the private freight terminals policy. So all this certainly going to give the much impetus and the growth or the investment in that particularly infrastructures and the wagon segment. And the PPP has been, the scope of the PPP has been increased. Now providing maintenance and other such supporting role also will come under PPP. And particularly per se, the station redevelopment and building private freight terminals and private container train operation also comes under the PPP routes. So under this, we can see the much major FDI inflow is coming up in the rail sectors. In the rail sector, particularly per se, the government has allowed 100% direct investment rule in the route in the infrastructure segment. The FDI inflow we can see here stood at 1.12 billion from 2000 to 2020, and investment further investment is estimated to increase around double from last 5 years to this the ongoing 5 years, 18 to 22. We can see here. So now coming on Indian rail market for the short horizon, and in the short horizon we can foresee around 8 to 9 lakh crore of investment opportunity is coming up in the transport sector, particularly per se, out of which transport sector, some of the multimodal concept buses and other things also comes in. And so in the I have categorized in the rolling stock segment, then urban public transport, then railway terminal infrastructure, then rail track. So we can see here in the rolling stock segment much more, around 3.2 lakh crore of production of rolling stock by 2025, and out of which around 82,000 crore for the passenger goods, and the same amount, almost same amount for the production, locomotive production. And then you have private train operation. For this, the RFQ has already been floated. Many of you may be knowing about this. That many company has shown interest, national and international companies. Around 30,000 crore of investment is coming up in this. Then you have rolling stock modifications program for 25,000 crore, then spares and the freight wagons. Then under urban public transport investment, we can see here around 1.5 lakh crore investment is going to happen, out of which major investment is happening particularly in the RRTS projects. One is Delhi Gurgaon SNB RRTS, the 36K, and then Delhi Panipat RRTS for 30,000 crore. So put together 66,000 crore rupees of investment is happening here. And then you have multimodal corridor, Naughar Balavali multimodal for the 35,000 crore. So out of this, these are the major, and then there are many smaller projects also. Kolkata Metro Rail Development, then Airport, Port Express, Noida Rail, then Hinjawadi Shivaji. Likewise, in the railway terminal infrastructure, if we see, we can envisage around 7 to 10,000 crore of investment opportunity investment by 2025. Altogether, 24 project is coming up in the coming days. And in the segment of railway tracks, it's a major investment is happening, because tracks consist of many infrastructures upgrades, signaling, new lines, doubling projects, upgrades, and also semi-high speed tracks, and including new DFC is under this. So huge investment is going to happen in this particularly segments, and that's a lot many opportunity, particularly for the infrastructure company will have in this segment, and then also the digitalizations are happening, then monitoring, remote monitoring systems is coming up, and the many things is coming up. So moving forward to discuss about Indian rail market future progress, and this future progress, how the whole rail market will actually span out in the coming years after 2025, or particularly 2051. It's around 30 years from here, and this national rail plan has been drafted. And under this, it has been invested around 40 lakh crore of investment is going to happen in the rail, particularly in the rail segment. Under this report, the major point has been in focus the trust on the building national freight ecosystems. The target model share for the rail freight has been kept at 45%. From the current 27%, due to which major impetus for the rail wagons and the corresponding locomotives requirement is going to increase in the coming days. And then you have focus on the terminal building for the freight ports, so all connectivity will happen from one area to another area, one part of the nation to the other part of the country. So certainly much movement and happening we will see in the coming years. The focus also has been given to improve a high density network and high utilization network, including DFC and the long term horizon for the high speed railway development has also been planned in the future, in the coming years. And also in this segment, the private participation, the policy is being drafted to attract more and more private participation in the freight and passenger segments. So we can see here in the number terms, we can clearly see here in the number terms how the cumulative growth is happening around 40 lakh crore by 2051, 41 by 25 lakhs and 30 lakh, 16 lakh crore in these years. If I bifurcate this 40 lakh crore in the major investment, major segment, rolling stock will constitute around 40%, then HSR corridor will constitute around 36%. Similarly, for the DFC 6 network upgrade will constitute 17%, then terminal development 2% out of total 40 lakh crore rupees of investment. If I only constitute bifurcate again the rolling stock opportunity further down to analyze, we can see here 42% will go in the locomotive procurement, then you will go coaches will take 19%, then memo, then train sets, and again wagon will take around 20% of the investment. And of course HSR. So here HSR 13%, here HSR corridor 36%. So major investment under this plan is also has been given to the HSR, the 7 new route and the further progressing further. So many routes is coming up. Certainly, yes, the whole 4 metros and cities will be connected through the high-speed rail network. So this is all about the market, what I have talked about, the growth driver, then the short-term horizon, then the long-term horizon. So there are much more happening is there in the rail market, and we can see here the kind of investment is happening in this sector. One can assume that there is something for everyone, something for everyone in this market particularly. So far, I have discussed much on the market opportunity till 2051. Here I will be discussing about my company contribution to Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat. You can see that Autometer has started its modest beginning in 1988 in railway sector by manufacturing high technology tachograph in technical collaboration with Hassler Switzerland. Then gradually inducted several products at regular interval in railway through in-house development and in the technical collaboration. For example, we entered in the UPS segment in 1993, then again in the production relay and BCV wheel flange in 1998. In 1999, we tied up with ABB and CLW for introducing GTO-based auxiliary converters. And in 2000, again, IGBT, we entered into the technology IGBT based static converter. And then 2001, again, electrical connector for traction application. Then PAPIS systems, then we are pioneer in this PAPIS systems. At the moment for the metro and other railway applications. Then electrical panel in 2004, then 2005, then again diagnostic display panel in 2006, in 2010. Railway board particularly gave us shown the confidence on us and gave the pilot project for design, supply and installation of heavy duty escalators at various railway stations under consortium with Canning Elevator Company of China. So this way, Automata Alliance has been introducing product time and again in the regular interval, and has been the great contributory for the nation building, particularly in the locomotive segments, and also for the stationary redevelopment. Today, Automata Alliance is very well positioned in the high technology product segment for railway applications. Majorly of products has been developed as import substitution. And today it is commanding the respect of customer for its products, reliability and efficiency. So we can say we are well poised to grow under Atmanirbhar Bharat and Make in India policy going forward. Here in this slide, I am trying to explain the whatever product and the range of product, the kind of the variety of product that the Automator Alliance is manufacturing, ranging from traction power electronics to switch gears and panels, in data acquisition and control device and sensors, then audio and display systems, then escalators, and then we have UPS. In the market segment, it's the locomotive, then passenger coach, then EMU, and also we cater to the stations and industrial segment. So last but not least, here I would like to show our global presence. Yes, we have supplied globally also, particularly into the country Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Vietnam, and Tanzania, the African country. And the major product we have supplied, particularly for the locomotive segment, the speedometer and tachographs and other smaller relays and other components. So we have well positioned Indian market and also Southeast Asia, and slowly we are expanding our base in uh, Africa and other area. So thanks for now, and I must say thank you all of you once again for hearing me very patiently and giving me time. Thank you so much, and we'll keep discussing. If you have any questions, write me, and I will try to answer. Thank you, everyone.